players of all time.
Whoa.
All right, so this is how it's going to work. I asked 7 people, 3 of which are here, to make a list of the top 10 Premier League players of all time based on whatever they'd like. You get 1 point if you're 10th place. If somebody puts, for example, Neto in their 10th position, Neto would accumulate 1 point. Based on the points, I created a master list to see, on average, who makes the top 10 Premier League players of all time.
It's going to be wrong.
So essentially, the people who have congruent names get points. The people who have non-congruent names don't get points.
Explain congruent.
You just try to get the most amount of points possible. We made a master list. Let's get started. Who do we got at number 10?
All right. First off, we're going to start with the honorable mentions, guys.
Okay.
These are players that maybe a couple people have picked, maybe one player has picked.
But they weren't congruent amongst the list, right?
They weren't in the top 10 is what it is.
Okay.
They did not make the list. They did not make the top 10.
Okay.
All right. In 13th position, we got a tie between 2 players who have accumulated a total of 3 points.
Okay.
All right. One of which is not longer in the Premier League right now, but he's a current player. Some would say the best striker in the world, Harry Kane. Max, please explain yourself for this pick.
I didn't put Harry Kane.
You did not? Who put this?
I didn't put Harry
Yeah,
Kane.
you did. You put Harry Kane.
No, I didn't. Dude, I know who I picked.
Strange.
I didn't pick Harry Kane. Stop.
Strange.
Kane is not on my list.
Oh, that was Tima. Tima has picked Harry Kane. That's my fault.
Look, he's not a bad pick in terms of goals per game. I think he's top of the list.
How can you have a player in the Premier League top 10 who's never won the Premier League?
Honestly, that was one of my requirements for any player on my list, at least one title.
Maybe if he was going to win the Premier League Golden Boot of all time, the most goals ever, but he's not.
Yeah, I agree. He doesn't top any of the list. I mean, look, he was a great player. If he had a trophy, he would have made my list. If he had broken the record, he would have made my list. He was. Look, honestly, honorable 13th is a good place for him. I can't argue with that.
What do you think? Do you think?
I don't know. Harry Kane and I, we don't get along too much. I text him sometimes. He doesn't answer. And
Oh yeah, Harold.
yeah,
You close?
well, I call him Harry, but I guess you guys know him by Harold. I don't know him like that. He just doesn't sit on my list. Not near the top 10.
He's not even close for me.
I don't even think he's close. He's honorably mentioned, but maybe in
I think
20th.
I'd like the honorable mention for him. I
Yeah.
do.
He's honorably mentioned. You can't say Premier League without Harry Kane, but I think you could say Harry Kane without the Premier League.
Oh, I like
Next
that.
one. All
There
right,
you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
All right, tied with Harry Kane on 3 points. We have a center back, Virgil van Dijk.
Oh, he didn't make mine.
I'll tell you who had him on their team. Tima had him at the 10th position.
This is a strange reoccurring.
Seems very biased towards the new school of players.
Honestly, look, I like that. I think he had one of the best center back seasons of all time. He almost won the Ballon d'Or. Honestly, I like honorable mention for him. I only had one center back on my list, and the only reason I put a center back there is because I wanted to have one defender there just for representation.
I didn't have any defenders.
Look, I get it. It's hard to rank a defender against attackers. Everyone's always going to praise assists, goals. No one's really going to look at the clean sheets, okay? But I did put a defender, which I hope is going to come up soon, who I think is the best defender the Premier League has ever seen, and I think he's better than Van
So
Dijk.
you put him in your 10th spot?
No, Van Dijk's not on my list.
Van Dijk,
No,
only-
but the
Van Dijk-
defender you put him in your 10th?
Yeah, I put him on my 10.
I got it.
Just to have a defender in there. But honestly, it's really hard. I mean, Van Dijk, in terms of defenders, is probably a top 3 Premier League defender of all time.
I agree with that, but I feel like you gotta focus on the midfielders and the forwards there.
Yeah, and
for
that's
the
just why
top
I
10.
don't blame Tima for having him 10th, which means actually Harold was 9th, which is
And no surprise,
crazy.
who else had Virgil van Dijk? Alan, the Liverpool fan, had him in 9th position.
you
which
can't blame him.
again-
If he was an Arsenal player, you would have had him on your list. Let's be honest.
Well, I don't think so. I'm not. Yeah.
I don't know. As a defender, he's obviously not a bad defender, but even as a defender, there's been other great defenders in the Premier League.
I agree.
Anyway.
Anyway, let's keep going. I like
All
this
right.
list so far. I like these honorable mentions.
Let's move on to 12th place. In 12th place, we're moving up from 3 points to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, there's somebody on this list. I'm not sure how he didn't make the top 10.
Go on.
Patrick Vieira. 5
There you
points.
go. And I bet he's on your list, Alexei, isn't he?
Yes, I had him.
An Arsenal player.
I had him 10th. I had
Okay.
him 10th, which means I only gave him 1 point. So he got 4 more points because Ludwig had him at 7th.
7th. That's about high for me.
I think Vieira is arguably the best center midfielder in the Premier League
I
ever.
think Conte's better. I'm
All
gonna
right,
say it.
well,
I
that's
think
a
he's just a
ridiculous
better
statement.
player.
What do you think?
I mean,
How many Premier Leagues does Vieira have? 1?
Two or
no,
three?
He would
Two?
only have up
Two?
to 2.
2.
2. Okay, Conte has 2 as well. One
Okay,
with Leicester.
okay. When we're comparing,
How many Champions Leagues? Sorry,
We're-
I know we're talking about Premier League, but he's just a better player. I'm sorry, he's just better.
he's better at one thing, better in one sense. Who could bring the ball up better? Who could score the ball better? Who could pass better? We're talking Patrick Vieira here. Not only that, you're talking like he's some kind of scrub who's like 5'1" and he can't defend.
Yeah,
This
but-
guy's a 6'4" monster in the center midfield. Patrick Keane. Do you remember the battles between him and Vieira? This guy is one of the best players of all time, and for you to say that he shouldn't be in the top 10
He's
to
not-
me
he's
is
not top 10.
absolute.
He's
He
not
only
top
made
10.
my 10th, but I feel like
He's not.
I had to get him in there somehow.
I don't think he's top 10. I think he's a very honorably mentionable player. Not top 10. Neither is Kante, and that's just a fact.
Kante shouldn't
But
be.
to say the fact
He
that
wasn't on my list, by the way, Conte.
that's fine, but it's a bit of a disrespect towards Kante to say that he can't defend. He's a great defender.
I didn't say he can't defend.
But
I'm
you're-
saying he
But
maybe
what difference does his stature have to do with
he maybe does that better than Patrick Vieira did. Maybe, but everything else, I think Vieira
I think
has it.
Patrick Vieira was a great defender. Patrick Vieira also had more of a forward play in his game than Kante. So there's the argument for that. But Vieira, for as long as he played in the Premier League with the players he played with during the time he played with, there are better options in the midfield that have played for other teams. Vieira's a great player. I like Vieira.
He's an invincible.
I mean, that doesn't say much to regular people.
Doesn't say much.
Doesn't say much to regular
Okay,
people.
can we stop harping on this invincible season like it's the greatest achievement of all time?
They weren't even that invincible.
It's never been done again. That's all I'm gonna say. And you're talking like it's some sort of regular achievement.
Honestly, I think Chelsea's 14 goals conceded is more impressive. I do.
I think it was 15.
No, it was 14
Was it
goals.
14?
Yeah, it was 14 goals. I just think it's better. You guys drew like 15 games. You were 1 goal away from being defeated for 15 games.
That's the difference. 1 goal away.
I get it. I'm just saying it's. Let's move on. Vieira's good honorable mention. He's not top 10.
Tied with Vieira is a goalkeeper.
Oh, I didn't have any goalkeepers. Schmeichel.
I didn't have any goalkeepers.
Petr Cech.
Petr Cech.
Petr Cech.
I understand the argument for Petr Cech because Petr Cech.
Most clean sheets. I get it. It's just I'm not putting
He's got to be the best Premier League player of all.
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper of
over
all time.
Schmeichel.
Over Schmeichel, yes.
Oh, wait, look, I don't. I've never. I've seen Petr Cech play in his later years. Honestly, he was a good player. He has the most clean sheets. Whatever. He's a goalkeeper. I'm a goalkeeper. It's pretty easy, guys.
Would you like to know who had him on their team? I think you can take a
Oh,
wild
yeah,
guess.
Ludwig.
Ludwig?
Ludwig had him at his 10th position,
Okay.
and I'll tell you a few more people who
Like
had
if
him
you want to
actually.
have him on your list, you put him 10th. You want to just throw in a goalkeeper, right? That's why you have him.
Yeah. Ludwig had him at his 10th position.
Yeah.
Jay did not have him. Max did not have him. Ludwig had him
At 10th, yes.
10th.
Yeah.
I said that.
Who else? How did this guy get tied with 5 points? Who had him at 6th?
Why don't you just list the master?
Alan had him.
I had him where?
He had him at 10th as well. Did I make a mistake here?
Okay, well, but let's just say Czech's a little farther back. Who's next on the list? I don't want to keep talking.
Why
about
don't you just list the master from 10th to 1st?
No, no, we're doing honorable mentions right now.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, keep going.
Oh, check. He got Tima, actually, again. He had him at 7th position,
Wow.
which
okay.
gave him
7th?
7th
Okay.
all time.
That's a little crazy.
So-
let's be honest.
I mean,
He had him over. Yo, Tima's man. Tima had him over some arguably easily a top 3 player of all time in the Premier League. He had him. He had him.
Okay,
Oh,
let's,
this is
We'll
ridiculous.
get to that later. Let's see who's next. Who's
All right.
next?
well, this is why we don't sample space from people that
Anyway,
don't have much of a clue, but that's okay.
It's good.
It is what it is.
In 11th position, this is the last honorable mention. Only one player had him, and they had him at 7th. This is a Manchester United legend, an icon of the game,
gigs.
That's crazy.
Eric Cantona.
Oh. Honestly, I think that's a good.
I thought about
good honorable
Cantona
mention.
in
Yeah,
my
I mean-
10th for my 10th spot.
He had 4 points, by the way. Yeah, Cantona had 4 points.
So
That's a
Okay.
mistake from me. He should have been 12th place, but Cantona had 4
So,
points.
so if people tell me Czech is better than Cantona, that's ridiculous. Anyway, look, these are all good picks. Obviously, we thought about Cantona. He's a good player.
Yeah, I thought about Cantona, but I mean, he's a bit older, and his career was started a bit before
Isn't he
the.
racist? Like, didn't he say something about?
Yeah, I
What is it?
mean, he's got his age has come to his mind, and he's thinking of other things other than the game these days. But
That's my mistake, guys. 12th place should have been 11th place should have been Vieira and Czech, and Cantona should have been at 12th.
Okay.
All right. Now we're going into the top 10.
I just want to say, all of my players, none of them have an honorable mention. So all of my players are in the top 10.
Correct.
Just saying. Just saying. You were saying my list was crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
none of my players were in that honorable mention list either.
Which means they're coming up.
All right, guys. 10th place. Can we get a drum roll, Max? Please?
Oh, actually, we can. Wait, I don't think we have a drum roll. We have a.
Okay.
That's a good joke.
Can you just give me a drum roll?
don't
Sounds
know.
like
With
it
your
sounds like the
hands.
reaction I had given.
What do we got?
All right. At 10th place, we have a legend for Arsenal. Only one person had him in the top 10.
Tony Adams.
This is my player. My player I put at 4th place, who I don't
Sanchez.
understand how nobody else had him in the top
It's
10.
Sanchez.
I put him 4th. No, it's not Alexis Sanchez, even though I was dying to put him
Okay.
in. But no, it's Dennis Bergkamp.
Oh
I feel like a lot of people forgot about this guy.
no, I thought about him.
He is one of the most technically gifted players of all time. Could do everything with the ball. Do you see his touch? Did you see his touch? The guy could do everything. He could pass. He could dribble. He could assist. A lot of players said he was the most talented player to ever be in the Premier League. I don't see how I'm the only one that put him in, but I'm happy that he managed to get the 10th with my.
What I'm confused about right now is that Dennis Bergkamp isn't in my top 10.
Yep.
And none of the players I've chosen have been in honorable mention. So you're missing an honorable mention here. One of my
No,
players got snubbed.
No, because some players are tied for certain positions.
So
which is
you
why.
just completely excluded one of my top 10. Is that's what you're saying?
What are you talking about?
No, I think
Some players are tied for certain positions.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So all of them are here. Don't
Got it.
worry.
Dennis Bergkamp was a thought of mine as well, just like Eric Cantona. But I don't know.
Look, we're gonna
I
move up
don't
this
know.
list, and there's gonna be better players. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I'm saying is Bergkamp's well
he's
well
invi-
represented in his times.
He's
in the Dutch.
invincible. Ooh.
Not only that, he's played a lot of games for Arsenal.
Mhm.
Widely considered one of the best players to ever play in the Prem.
I don't know. Has he played more games than Thierry?
I just don't under. It's close.
So then it's not
Bergkamp has
that many
definitely
games.
played. Bergkamp has played over 350 games for Arsenal.
Yeah, let's go. What's
Okay,
next?
It's not that close then.
What's next?
Well, relax a little bit. We're still talking about Bergkamp here.
I don't want to talk about Bergkamp.
I think it's ridiculous with some of the players that you chose, Max, that you had in your team
Well, I mean,
to put them
clearly
over.
you're
to-
saying that, but clearly they're above Bergkamp here.
Because I think he was forgotten about. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the 9th position.
'Kay.
This is a player in which only 2 people had him in, and he somehow made the top 10 in 8th in 9th place. Sergio Aguero.
Oh, he wasn't on mine either.
Not on mine.
He is on yours.
No, he's not.
He is on yours.
Oh yeah, he is on mine.
You put him on 9th place.
I mean, I like a guy. I like the guy. He's
Only me and Adriano had him.
he's not top 10 guys. Like
I put him 5th all time.
5th.
You
Yeah.
put him 5th?
5th because let me explain this a little bit. He is who has the most legendary Premier League moment of all time.
Okay, sure.
He
yeah.
has the most legendary. Let's put it into perspective here. He won the league with the last kick of the season. For the first time in 50 years did Manchester City win the league.
He's good.
First Premier League they ever won. Sergio Aguero. You'll never see anything like this ever again. And we have not. And I don't think we will. And this is a Premier
But
League
fifth is
legend
crazy.
and icon. What do you mean crazy? When he was who was better than Aguero for those 4 or 5 seasons when Manchester City were winning those leagues?
I mean, I don't quite remember those seasons.
Suarez was with him
Suarez.
for a season.
Bale,
Aguero
Bale was around there.
Aguero was always
Mario.
What's that?
Why always me?
Okay.
No. But
Let's not talk about
realistically, honestly, Suarez and Bale had seasons around that same time who were just better players.
No. Absolutely false.
Suarez and Bale had better seasons.
Bale did not have a better season than Sergio Aguero.
Oh, I'm just saying, in the time he was in the Premier League, he was better than Aguero.
Bale was not. No. Aguero. First of all, that Aguero was. He had a longer stint in the Premier League.
I agree. And you have to consider that.
He
I
was one
agree.
of the best Premier League players of all time. Most iconic moment. Over 100 goals for Manchester City, and a goal every other game striker. What else can you ask
He's
for?
solid. Honestly, I think ninth. Honestly, I probably could have made some room in my list for Aguero. I just think
I'm shocked that only me and Adriano had him.
there's some Man United legends in there who have just won so many trophies. I had to put him in, and there just left no room for Aguero.
Well, I know why. I remember now why I put him in there, and I was confused because initially I had him in an honorable mention spot. But if you really dig deep and you see how his stats are broken down, he's had 6 20-plus goal seasons. in-
6.
In 11 seasons that he's been there, that's the same amount of seasons that Thierry Henry's played in the Premier League. And he's won 5 Premier League championships.
Honestly, I like ninth for him.
7 Player of the Months. He's got a golden boot under his name.
You got a few actually, I think. But look, I like ninth for Aguero. I'm not going to argue with that.
What?
How many golden boots did
No, he
Aguero
just
have?
had 1. Golden boot is all of the.
Oh, I see. Wait, in all five-
European?
It's all of the leagues combined. Yeah,
Are you sure about that?
he's only had 1. Yeah.
There's no way he has a golden boot.
He's got a golden boot.
There's no way.
I don't think he has that.
Well, the official Premier League.
Maybe the Premier League golden
No,
boot.
or maybe the Premier League golden boot.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what he has.
Anyway,
Anyway.
let's move on. I like ninth for Aguero. I like
All right.
it. What's next?
In 8th place, we have a tie.
Can we get a player though on my list? By the way, I haven't gotten a single player.
Well, we
I'm
have
sure this
we
one's
have
coming.
2. We have
Okay,
2 on
okay.
your list.
Okay.
One of which I do not agree with at all, and the other one, I can see why you put him there.
Okay.
We have Mohamed Salah. Let's talk about him first.
Thank you.
With how many? 12 points. I think almost everybody had them in their list. Alan had him at 7th. I had him at 8th. Ludwig didn't have him. The Egyptian did not have Mohamed Salah. That's a surprise. Jay did not have him as well. Max, you had him 6th, which I think is the highest anyone has him. And that's it.
I'll tell you why.
Oh, and
While
Alan had him at 7th. Sorry.
Since Mohamed Salah has been in the Premier, or I guess I know he had a small stint at Chelsea originally. Since he returned from Roma to Liverpool, he has been a top 2, top 3 Premier League player in the Premier League since then. He has been undoubtedly the most effective player in the Premier League in terms of goals and assists. He was an amazing force, and if it weren't for this unstoppable City team, that Liverpool team could have easily come away with 4
Would
Premier
have,
Leagues.
could have, should have. They didn't. And he was part of the team that didn't.
Yeah, and he also he's gotten more points than in a single season as a team than any Arsenal team ever. That team deserved a Premier League, and just because they didn't win due to the fact that City got 100 points or 99 that season doesn't make that team any less
Listen,
good.
I had him one lower than you did, so I agree with you that Salah's one of the best Premier League players of
Okay.
all time.
Anyway.
He has over 100 goals already in 5-6 seasons for Liverpool.
It's crazy.
He's gonna go down as their best player ever with Gerrard, I think, and I don't see how you didn't have him in your team.
Not
I
a
don't see why.
top 10 worthy player. There's other players that are better. He's not top 10. He's an honorable mention. He's definitely high up on the honorable mention list. But just as Dennis Bergkamp, Harry Kane.
I mean,
You
he
know-
has arguably, I think, in my opinion, the 3rd best Premier League season ever when he set the record at 32 before Haaland broke it. I think Suarez's season and Haaland go above that. Those two just haven't been in the Premier League long enough for me to put them on this list. But I think he's had one of the best individual seasons and the best player on one of the best Premier League teams of all time.
I think it's all a bit relative. And what I mean by that is a lot of these players, especially on my list, were from a different generation entirely almost. And the competition was a lot more stronger, or either that or the playing field of the game was a lot more even. And so now you have players that, outshine the norm or the average these days, like such as, Salah for a couple seasons and so forth. But I think in a different time, I know you can't compare, should have, would have, could have, but in a different time, I don't think he'd be the same type of player. I don't think he'd perform the same. He had a really good situation there at Liverpool with Firmino, with Mane. Mane really feeding him, despite them having their differences near the end of their time together.
I mean, it's definitely more of a Trent and Robertson effort.
Well,
feed
no,
him,
but it's a collective. It was a collective. It was a redonkulous team, and it was a bunch of players that played in conjunction with each other super well.
Well, Salah was the best player on that team.
Salah was the best player on that team, but for 2, 3, 4 seasons, okay. What I
five,
mean.
five
I mean,
coming on. Five,
I mean, even 5 seasons. Aguero has 11 seasons. He has 185 goals.
I mean, Salah's record is, I think it's better with goals.
No, Salah's not
Goals
not
per
more
game.
goals.
goals per game, assists per.
Yeah, maybe
Salah's
the
not
ratios.
just scoring.
His ratios are obviously better because
he's
he's got
assisting
less.
like crazy as well.
I think Aguero was a better player. I think he was better. What do you guys think about the eye test? I don't think Salah is a very enjoyable player to watch.
I disagree.
I feel like he's a little bit of a clunky. He doesn't really wow me when he's moving the ball. He's very efficient.
Stop.
He scored. What do you mean
His
stop?
dribbling
No,
is
no,
super
no.
fun.
dribbling
I don't
is-
know if the word efficient is. You could use the word efficient for players like. Well, actually,
Like
maybe
Haaland.
you couldn't.
He-
Huh?
Haaland's a
Maybe yeah, like
Haaland.
Haaland.
Like he reminds me a lot. Like he's a robot in his own way.
No.
not, he creates
He's
He
his own-
looks.
fast.
He definitely looks a lot more silky than you make him out to be,
I don't
and he
think so.
plays like a more of an interesting player. He's not my type of player. To me, he's got the first touch of a Lukaku. Like he's not. I don't love him. I've never liked him really that much, and this is not me expressing my disliking for him. I just don't think he sits in the top 10 at all. Like,
Okay.
At
Well,
all.
Who's next?
You know,
Who's next?
agree to disagree.
I 100% agree that my players, and even Aguero being in 9th on my team.
Well, tied with Mohamed Salah is somebody I do not agree that should be in this top 10. I don't think he's the best Premier League defender of all time.
Oh.
It's John Terry.
John
With
Terry.
12 points tied with Mohamed Salah.
I think John Terry.
Why?
does-
Explain to me why you don't think. Because with 214 clean sheets as a defender, 5 Premier League championships,
Yeah, come on.
1 player of the month as a defender.
Is it 5 Premier League titles? Really?
Yes, he's won 5.
5. Wow. I mean,
Come on.
You know who-
He's known
you know
to
who
be the
does
best
I'm
defender.
putting Rio Ferdinand ahead of John Terry 100%. More Premier Leagues.
Yeah, but so the whole team
More of a
won.
presence. More better on the ball.
No. If you're talking about presence, John Terry was
I mean,
the
John
captain of that team.
Rio Ferdinand is an absolute unit.
Yeah,
and,
but he's not a.
and he was like Van Dijk before Van Dijk. This is a guy that he was just oozing class. And let's not forget to mention that John Terry not the best teammate, not the best leader.
Okay.
If you're gonna sleep with a guy's
Okay,
wife,
stop.
you're not the best
he was
captain.
He was maybe not the best.
not
like,
the best guy.
If we're talking about his personal life. Sure, he doesn't make the top 10.
I mean, he's sleeping
But on
with
the
his
Premier League,
teammates.
He
with
led
his
the Premier
teammates'
League, the
wife,
best
you know?
defensive season in Premier League history. He captained that team through 5 Premier Leagues. He's undoubtedly the best Premier League defender of all time. You just can't.
I
snub
mean,
him
it's
from that.
not undoubtedly because I just named you
I just don't think
Rio
Rio's- I
Ferdinand.
don't think- You're
Van
gonna-
Dijk is for me he's a better player than John Terry.
No.
He just doesn't have the
Van Dijk-
time that John Terry had.
Van Dijk and Rio Ferdinand, what they have against a defender like John Terry, is the physique that scares you. They have a much more intimidating factor.
They're better on the ball as well.
Face value. They're not necessarily better on the ball.
Can we talk about goals too? How many goals does John Terry have?
I don't know off the top of my head, but John Terry has plenty of headed goals.
Yeah, he was a threat on the
He
corners.
was he was an
Unlike-
offensive threat when they were in set pieces.
I agree with you. He's a great defender, but to make the top,
He's not.
he's 8th on our list. He's 8th.
Okay, the best
So
defender
obviously
in the
there
Premier
was
League makes
obviously people thought he should be there.
Yeah. Well, where'd Ludwig put him? I'm sure he put him the highest. I had him at 10th. Like I said, I think
I had him at 10th as well.
I just wanted one center back there, so I put him at 10th. Where did Ludwig have him? The Chelsea fan, by the way.
Ludwig had him at 9th.
I honestly was trying to find other defenders to put in there.
Did you
But-
not have him at all on your list?
I did not have John
Do you have any
Terry.
defenders?
No, I do not.
Okay, well there you go. I mean,
Jay had him at 8th. Max, you had him at 10th. Tima had him at 6th. It's ridiculous. And if I tell you the rest of Tima's list, you're gonna really understand why I think that's ridiculous.
okay, let's keep going. Who's number? What do you
All
have?
right.
What
We're
pla-
up to 7th place, and this to me is an absolute disgrace. I never ever want to hear this guy being a top 6 player, top 7 Premier League player of all time.
I wonder who's
Giggs, isn't it?
It's Ryan Giggs.
what?
Here's why I have him there. Here's why he's high. He's the Bill Russell of the Premier League. Okay?
Ryan Giggs. Do you have him, Ryan Giggs?
Yeah.
You do have him.
Why don't you see him there?
You have him 7th, where he is on the list.
Before you start, he has the most assists in the Premier League by like 40 assists.
Yeah, and
Okay?
he's also played a million games.
Okay, he's
De
played a lot of games.
But you don't have De Bruyne, and De Bruyne is just a better assister in every
but he has
metric.
40 less assists than him.
Yeah, in like
is,
a third of the games less.
Doesn't matter.
no,
It does
De
matter.
Bruyne is 100% a better player here. I'm not going to argue
De
that.
Bruyne doesn't have 100 goals though,
No, he does not.
but
it's-
Giggs does.
You know what Giggs also has? 1,000 games.
You know what else Giggs has? 13 Premier League championships.
Honestly,
Yeah,
that's
you put me on that Manchester United.
13
No,
Premier
no.
League
I'm gonna
championships.
score a couple goals.
You
on our
won't
United
score
team.
anything. You won't even get
I
a
will.
minute. You ginger. You won't even see a shirt with you because the broadcasting companies would tell them, take this guy off. We can't tell who it is.
All right.
No, stop.
Anyway, if you're gonna stop bullying me, I'm telling you
Gig-
right now that
Gig-
Giggs is only there on your
Ryan
list because
Giggs
he's played
deserves
1,000.
to
Giggs
be
is
there.
the Bill Russell of the Premier League.
No.
Yes.
Do you know who
He's
Bill
not.
Russell is?
Yes, of course. I know
Yes,
Bill
he's the
Russell.
Bill Russell of the Premier League. He's the player with the most Premier League titles, the most assists, the most games. He's the LeBron, if anything. He's just
Don't
been there.
ever compare Ryan Giggs to King James, bro. That's just disrespectful.
He's that guy who's been there, done
no,
that.
No.
I'm sorry. You can't tell me 13 Premier League titles
You're
doesn't
talking
get
to
you
a guy who didn't put De Bruyne, but put Ryan Giggs there.
Look, I disagree with that, but I think 13 Premier League titles gets you on the top 10. 2 more than the guy in second, by the way.
I could harp on De Bruyne later on once it comes up.
Let's go.
But
best
Ryan
assister
Giggs
ever. No. Games per assists per games. Who has the most assists ever? Assists per game.
You got your KDB.
It's KDB.
I understand. But Ryan
And
Giggs,
I'm not just talking
I
Premier
didn't-
League.
I
Sorry,
didn't
I
have
want to
him.
clarify there. I'm not just talking about the Premier League. I'm talking about in any league of any soccer player who's ever graced this beautiful blue marble
I
of ours.
understand.
KDB.
Can you
most
can you
assists
honestly say
per game?
that Messi is not a better passer than De Bruyne?
But
I-
it's
I
not
think that
about.
they're very
okay,
close.
okay.
They're very close.
Let's make
I
this
think
very clear.
KDB
Let's
has-
make this very clear.
Has just as good as I think KDB is just as good a passer. I think they're very close.
I'm
don't
glad
think
you.
it's
I'm
close.
glad you brought that up. Let's make this very clear before
Yeah.
we continue. I made my list not based of a style of somebody's play. I made it on stats because that's what we're doing. It's of all time, and the only way you can measure of all time is statistically.
No, you can measure the way they look. Hazard is a better player objectively than who has than Haaland, but he'll never score as many goals as Haaland. But who's a better pure footballer? Hazard, 100%.
It's not fair to say these things.
It is fair.
It's not fair.
Yes, because if you can only if you do one thing very very well, yes, that'll get you far. But if you could do everything very well, that's a different story. You're a better, more complete footballer.
A player's specific style does not show their inability to do something else other than
I
what
mean,
they do.
your whole thing with Ryan Giggs is he has the most assists.
He has,
Yes.
I know he has the
No,
most
no,
games.
but I wasn't talking about Giggs in particular. It's because you brought up Messi and saying that compared to KDB, which we haven't gone to yet, obviously, but you said you think that Messi has a worser or a less, however you want to say it, but you think that Messi has less nicing. Has do you think that KDB has nicer passing plays than Messi?
I don't think so.
I think they're.
You
look,
don't think
I
so?
think Messi is way better at
Yeah, okay,
passing.
that's what I'm trying to say.
KDB is a way better crosser of the ball.
But KDB's obviously his ratio for assists per game is obviously better than Messi's.
Yeah, it is.
So it doesn't
it's
matter.
Very close. It's very
It's
Messi's
close.
second on that list. KDB is slightly above Messi.
I
Slightly.
see.
If
Very
you're taking,
slightly.
I'm
No,
taking
no.
Messi.
And actually, to be
obviously.
honest with you, if you count per seasons where they've both been active, I bet Messi obviously scores.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about games played, assists. To divide the assists by games. Who has
Yeah.
the highest
But
ratio?
Messi has more games than him. That's
Yeah,
what
no, I
I'm
know.
trying to
That's why they would go down that way. But Messi has more assists. But KDB has less assists. But
Right.
and
say. I got you.
Anyway, anyway,
I want to say, I know this is a freaking soccer podcast, but you love LeBron James because he has
I
the
love
most,
LeBron
and
James.
you're gonna tell me that he has the most points in the NBA, right?
but no,
But
I'm
he
not,
also has the most seasons.
yes, but he's also the best player for every team he's ever played for, and he does it by himself. Ryan Giggs was on the best Manchester United. He was on arguably the best Premier League team of all time with the best players ever.
I
And
agree.
he is just a product of right guy, right place, right time. That's what he
But
is.
he
and he,
I don't know about
He
that.
has the most Premier League titles by two. So he wasn't on the exact same team from the first title to the last. He was the piece that remained from
I
that
think
first title he won to the 13th.
Top 20, not top 10.
He's the Bill Russell. He's the Bill Russell. He's the Bill Russell of soccer.
Anyway, we'll move
Okay,
on.
but- okay,
We're
go
not
on.
going to agree with that, but there's some people that didn't have him on the list, like Alan and me, and I agree with that.
Okay.
I don't expect plebs like you and Alan to have him on the list.
Well,
Okay, let's
How
keep
about
going.
that?
all right. In sixth place, another player I do not have, and this
Well,
hurts
it's a
myself.
recurrent theme.
It's a Manchester United player.
Rooney?
And
Wayne
you
Rooney.
said something about gingers.
Oh,
and,
Skulls. Skulls.
It's Scholes, and he got 25 points, which is a big jump from Ryan Giggs' 14. I think almost everybody had him. Alan had him at
Except-
fifth.
Except for you.
I
You-
did not
you
have
didn't
him on my
Paul
list.
Scholes?
No, I did not.
Come on.
You had
Now you're talking about the best player on
This
the
is
best
what
team.
I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to
Paul
say.
Scholes was the best player on that Manchester United team.
No, he was not the best player on the match.
He was the clock that talked.
Yes, he was. He was the driving force behind that team. He has 11 Premier League titles
You're
and
gonna tell me,
ran that
you're gonna
offense.
tell me it was Park Jin Sung?
This is why
Who's the best player on that team?
okay, just because you're among the best, you're a part of a good team and a good system. I think Vieira's better.
Imagine
than
if I
Scholes.
said that about. Imagine if I said that about a notable short guy.
What do you mean?
Imagine if I said that about a notable short guy on testosterone enhancing.
Okay,
Growth
but,
hormones.
there's a difference between Messi and Scholes. All right,
I see.
Well, I don't know. Apparently,
I think Scholes is a good player, but I don't think he deserves to be fifth. Is he fifth? Sorry, I have to look at that again. Fifth all time.
You don't
No,
have him-
sixth.
You don't have him at all on your list.
I don't have him now.
Paul Scholes. You just told me
I-
he was arguably the best Premier League
Well,
player.
I have-
Okay, you said LeBron because he wasn't the best player on the team. Who was the best player on that best Manchester United team? You're saying arguably the best Manchester United team ever. Who was the best player on that team?
I don't think it was a team of individuals. I think it was a good. They
What
had
is-
good players. They had
What
good
a
players.
scapegoat. It's
They
just
had a good player.
scapegoat.
I don't think Scholes makes it in the list. You know the talk about Gerard, Lampard, Scholes. Scholes is last on that
Yeah,
list.
but
Scholes is last
is,
on-
no. I switched. I put Gerrard further down. Just no Premier League titles. You said that you started this list.
Scholes won 4 Player of the Months.
Okay, I'm not.
I don't care about
honestly,
player of the
you-
month,
Let's start
okay?
on player of the month.
You will pretty soon. You will pretty soon.
Are you gonna put Eden Hazard there? Are
No, you will pretty soon because 4 Player of the Month is a notable amount of Player of the Month.
Do you
to
know
have.
how many Eden Hazard has? I
How
think he has
many?
the most out of any.
Probably.
And he's not in your top 10, is he?
No.
All right, there we go.
Okay, come on.
But
Scholes
but
has
you
to
know
be in the
somebody
list.
notably in my top 10, very high, also has only 4
I like
Player
to-
of the Month.
At what point are you going to realize that you don't have a player on your list who got 25 points by everyone else? At some point, you have to look inward.
No. I think the viewers.
I like the way you said that one there, Max.
I think the viewers will agree that a lot of people would agree that Scholes doesn't deserve to be sixth on the list. Maybe he could put
Where,
him 10th,
where did I-
9th.
where did I have him, by the way? I'm just curious. I think I had him like 7th.
Had him 8.
Max, you had him
That's
5th.
5th. Oh, wow.
You had him ahead of Salah. You had him. No, you.
Yeah, yes,
you
I
are
know. I know who you're looking
just
at.
as stupid.
I know who you're
as
looking at.
Timo.
I know who you're looking at,
No.
and he's going to go lower if anything.
This
to keep
is
talking.
Oh my god.
I have a lot of stats to back this one
This
up.
really
I came
sucks.
prepared.
This really. This
I came
list
prepared.
is-
I came prepared.
All
11.
right, guys. I'm gonna move on to the top 5. In 5th, 27 points. Belgium. Still playing Manchester City.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne.
27 points.
Honestly, that's low for him. I had him 3rd.
I think everybody had him except for Jay.
Jay? Oh my God.
Jay did not have him.
fool. And Adri. Adri was talking about how he didn't have
I don't know.
Jay and Adriano, the 2 Manchester United fans,
Oh,
don't have the.
If you look at
Manchester
my
City
fantasy, who I'm supporting, it's Ipswich. So
All right.
Okay.
All right. So explain yourself. No De Bruyne.
De Bruyne has been in the Premier League for his almost entire career.
I mean, no.
The first third of his yes. Where else did he play? He played Wolfsburg.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
2 seasons.
Okay, thank you. He's been in the Premier League for essentially his entire career, and the first third of him being a part of the Premier League campaigns, not great. Secondly, young, not young, starting, not starting, don't matter. If you were good, you just started. Just like my boy Ryan Giggs, just like my boy John Terry, just like Sergio Aguero, and every other player I have on this list. When you're good, you play.
You said something about having assists. That was good. That matters to you, right?
Having the most assists is bit different.
And what about the second most?
Wait, are we just talking about longevity, or you're not going to consider peak into any of this?
I'm considering a lot of things.
Because if you're going to just consider longevity, I don't want Ronaldo anywhere near your top 10.
No.
If you're considering
You
just
know,
longevity, I don't want Ronaldo in your top 10.
First of all,
Because you're just going to talk about the accumulation of a career, and then you're also going to talk about how good a player was. Those are two things to consider.
Well, you can't consider the accumulation of a career when we're doing a Premier League.
Yes,
list.
I can if their career was in the Premier League. And De Bruyne's career in the Premier League on a per game basis has not been matched per assist. He's the most creative player this league has ever seen on a game by game basis. He's a player who will give you 10 goals a season, 15 assists. And if we're talking about the best Premier League of all time, the 100-point scoring team, he was that player. He was him.
He had a season with 20 assists.
I understand, and that's great, and he's had great, fantastic seasons. But the same reason why Alexei won't agree with other players that played for another United team because of the team they've played with, Kevin De Bruyne is absolutely no exception. He's played with this generation's best team in the Premier League, which is City, and they've continued to grow and add players to continue to make it the better team.
They grow around him.
That's
He's-
fine.
he's
They
the
grow around
cog
him.
that.
But now he's 32 years old, and they're not growing around him anymore. And they hadn't grown around him since last season.
He comes off of injury. He's going right into the starting
Let me just
11.
say something.
He
Max
does.
ha-
He goes into the starting 11 because they. First of all, when you're one of the highest paid players on the team, you're not going to not play him. That's a business thing. Now he
he's-
goes right into the starting. He obviously deserves a starting spot. 100%.
No,
he
but he's
deserves
earned that paycheck. As
I
well.
100%. I agree, and he earns his starting position, no matter who he is, and even if I'm the coach of his team, he's on my starting lineup 1,000,000%. But as he gets older, he's not aging so much like fine wine as
I
I'd
don't know.
consider.
He played half a season last season and got 10 assists. I don't know how that's not fine wine to you.
Well, he got most of his assists early on in the
No,
season.
No, at the end.
No, he
They
was
got
injured.
him at the end.
Yes, he goes injured the first half of the season. He came back and City didn't lose a game since like
Oh, okay. Well,
March.
I could also, but I don't want to, sound like the excuse guy. But Haaland is their striker, the most,
Yeah.
He
I get it. No,
he
they-
can put
they-
the ball behind the
yeah,
net.
and who's giving him that ball to put behind the net?
Mostly him. I
Mostly him. There
agree.
we go.
I
when,
agree.
when De Bruyne isn't playing, Haaland isn't nearly as effective.
I'm going to stop attacking Adriano for not having him on the list because I think that's not as ridiculous as it is having him third, which you have him in third.
I just think De Bruyne is the best.
You
assister.
have him over. I'm just going to say it. You have him
No,
over.
no. I don't. I want to leave this.
No,
to
no,
later.
let it-
leave this
leave
to
it,
later.
leave it, leave
it.
Alright, leave this to later.
He has a player, an all-time great legend, arguably the best player for his country ever.
Yeah, I agree. He is.
Lower-
no, not arguably. He's
No.
the second best player of all time. Is
for,
what he is.
for his country.
No, period.
What do you mean?
I know who we're talking about. He's the second player.
Well, here's what I.
No,
Okay, so
we have a lot of players that you put De Bruyne ahead of, which you should not have.
So I understand where Alexei and Max is going with this. I hear you. I understand what you're trying to say, and it was tough for me to make my top 5 and top 4 alone. I just don't feel like, and I'll say it right away. I'll say it again now. I've already said this about other players. I'm not a great fan of Kevin De Bruyne. Beyond his performances in the Premier League, when he plays for Belgium, when he plays for other teams, maybe he performs well, but I don't like his attitude. He's got a poor attitude. And I know that doesn't have anything to do with anything, but that's just the way it helps me make my decisions.
Okay.
And I just don't like him.
But-
And I can't stand that he plays for City. I can't stand that he plays for Pep. There's so many things I can't stand that that he does.
You're just a hater. But Max, you're
I
ridiculous.
do
for
feel
having him
bad that
third.
his girlfriend got stolen from him, though, from his Belgian teammate. That's what are we gonna do?
Okay.
What am I really gonna do about that?
Let's keep going. Who's
Ma-
at?
I just can't believe you have him at third. Max, come on.
I just think he's one of the best players
So
to ever.
let me
live.
just ask you a question. Max having him at third doesn't affect anything.
That's why he's so high. That's why
I
he's
understand.
fifth
'Cause
place
I-
because
I-
Max gave him.
Because I don't know if you know,
8
Max,
points.
how the points are made, but I don't
No.
really understand how they're
No, the
accumulated.
higher they are, so if you're fifth, you get 5 points. If you're third, you get.
Oh, okay.
Max had him in third, so that gave him 8 points.
All right, I
7.
got
Sorry,
you.
whatever. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
All right. Now we're gonna move on to the top 4. We got a tie. This is our last tie. For fourth place with 35 points. We got 2 of England's best players of all time. Even in this list, we couldn't separate them.
Shearer.
Lampard and Gerrard.
Whoa, Lampard and Gerrard.
100%.
First of all, a requirement for my list was to win a Premier League title, and I thought it was for you as well, Alexei.
Gerrard has a.
No.
Oh no, he doesn't.
I thought a requirement. You said at the beginning you have to have won a Premier League to be on this list.
No, I mean it's obviously a personal thing, right?
I
It's
just
your
I,
list.
I just a requirement. I was not making a list of best Premier League players if you don't have a Premier League title. I just couldn't make
I
that
didn't.
list.
I didn't know about this.
I just couldn't.
rule.
No. It wasn't a rule. It was
okay.
when I made my rule. I'm like the requirement to even make my list.
I hear you.
You win a Premier League if
Mhm.
you're going to be a top 10 Premier League player of
Right.
all time. I just could not make it without. But that anyway. So he wasn't there.
Well, talk about Lampard. Go ahead, guys. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I love Lampard. I love Lampard. He was one of the best scoring attacking midfielders to ever play.
Big time.
Best player on his team for majority of or during his stint at Chelsea. Just a great player. I think out of the Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard debate, I have Lampard at the top. I just he was just an amazing player during the early 2000s.
Yeah,
or
Frank the
2000s, I mean.
Tank. Frank the Tank.
Tank.
He still has right now top 6 goals of all time in the Premier League.
Look at that.
As in a midfielder.
As an attacking midfielder.
He has 120 goals, and he also has just under no, excuse me. He has 177 goals, and he has 100 odd assists.
Yeah, no, he was there. He was
And if you he played 24 seasons, so 609 games.
mhm.
His first 4 seasons. His first 4 seasons
Mhm.
only counted for 15 games.
Yeah.
And he only had
Look, you don't have to say anything. I get it. Like I'm on your
Like,
side.
sorry, I just got
It's
lost
fine.
there.
Where did you have him on your list, Alexei?
Guys, give me 1 second here.
Okay. Anyway, look, where did you have him? By the way, Lampard,
I have Lampard. He sits at 5th for me.
5th. I think honestly, I'm thinking mine's close by.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, between the 5th, 6th, and 7th spot, in my opinion, it's quite it's murky waters. There's a toss up. Anybody could switch over the other.
Hmm.
I thought Lampard needed to be of the lowest half, so not top 4. He needed to be right under there.
Honestly, I think if you look at my list, I think 5th or 4th, 5th is where I had him. So we're not far.
Yeah, 4th, 5th. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you know that when he played for New York, in the MLS,
Yeah.
in 29 games, he must have been 35 years old, something like that. 15 goals.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's the MLS.
No, I mean that's
But
respect. That's still good.
35 years old, you would think he's just trying to cash it in. He doesn't care.
Hmm.
He didn't have a great season with City on his last Premier League season.
That's true.
So,
Look, honestly, I rate him. And
he's 3-time Premier League champion.
yeah, honestly, I can't
He's
say a
got
bad
a
word.
Premier League of the season as well. Premier League of the season.
Oh, we're moving on from man of the player of the month now.
Player of the
It's-
month,
it's
yeah,
player of the season.
just a little
now.
tidbits.
Oh,
A little bit of tidbits.
oh.
That's it.
Okay.
This is tied for Steven Gerrard? Is that it, Alexei?
Honestly, look, it's funny that they tied with all these people giving points for people to be very close. Look, I love Steven Gerrard. I think he was the heart and soul of that Liverpool team, who obviously won a Champions League. Maybe a little fluky, if you ask me, but great team.
Yeah.
It's just I needed a Premier League to consider him. That one slip. Honestly, he was a slip away from making my top 10. That's as much as I can say.
That's funny. I have Steven right under Frank, actually.
Okay.
And so he's in my 6th spot. And he's got 120 goals, 92 assists. So
Honestly,
he got
can't go wrong.
points.
Can't go wrong.
I forgot to mention, guys, tied with De Bruyne just before that. I forgot to mention that Shearer also had 27 points.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's
yeah.
what I was a little bit confused with my calculations, but that's who I forgot to add. Shearer had 27 points.
Okay.
I didn't have him on my list.
You didn't
Uh,
have the Premier League's all-time goal scorer.
Oh,
on
no.
your-
You don't have Shearer.
I don't have
Why?
Shearer on my list
What, can you explain that, please?
because I don't think he's a top 10 player of all time. I for the same reasons I didn't put Haaland there. I think he's a good goal scorer, the best.
Okay, but Haaland.
The best goal scorer
Yeah,
that the
but
Premier
Haaland
League
just
has
doesn't
ever
have the longevity that Shearer had.
Yeah, even if he did, I wouldn't put Haaland there because I look for more than goals in my list. I look for an all-around good player, great player.
Does
I-
winning the champ?
he won the Premier League one time,
yeah,
right?
one more than Gerrard.
But I think Gerrard was a more influential player, the most iconic player, arguably in the Premier League. I think he just did everything. He was the best
Uh,
forward-thinking midfielder He did everything, box to box.
I just don't think you can put the Premier League's all-time goal scorer not on your list. That's all I'm trying to say.
You know, if I could change something, maybe I would. I would put him in my top 10. I honestly, after looking at everybody's list, I feel like I should have maybe added Shearer. But anyways, that's my mistake.
I'd Shearer at number 2, by the way.
I'd share at 3.
Yeah, and then Tima had him at 2, and Jay had him at 9.
And you're
had him at
you got to be a
9?
little surprised when I put Alan Shearer.
I know. I feel like I missed that one, and but I'm not mad at. I don't think he was your number 2,
2, yeah.
which means you're missing a couple players.
I don't know. I think we're talking about the guy I put at number 8, by the way. Okay, next up. I think it's
All
another.
right, guys. We're
another.
moving on. Top 3.
I think it's a round.
Top 3. This is where the action starts. These
Did
are
we
the
say
3.
4? Did we say number 4?
Yeah, Lampard and Gerrard are tied.
That's 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lampard and Gerrard are tied.
Okay.
Lampard, let's talk about that for a second.
Had him at 4, actually.
Best goal scoring
Yeah.
midfielder ever.
I know. We just had a long
Yeah,
discussion.
we
Right?
had a pretty long discussion.
We can
about
move
all
on
that.
from
All right.
Lampard.
All right. Top 3. All right. Top 3. Best 3 Premier League players of all time.
I better hear a name right now. It better not be Rooney. Let's go. Who is it?
Rooney.
No, it's not Rooney. It's Rooney at 3.
44 points.
Oh my God, who did you guys put at 2?
9 more than Lampard and Gerrard. I mean, what's wrong with Rooney?
No, I love Rooney.
You love Rooney? Let me tell you
I
where
put
you
him
had
7th.
Rooney.
I put him
You had
7th.
Rooney at 7th. You had Rooney behind Lampard, Scholes, Salah, Kevin De Bruyne, Shearer. I don't understand. What's wrong with you? This is Wayne Rooney,
I like Rooney.
the best Manchester United player of all time.
He's the top scorer. I think Scholes is a better all-time United player. I think. I mean, he wasn't.
Sorry.
I mean, Rooney had 208 goals and 100
Yeah, he wasn't even like
assists.
at his
basically.
peak. He was.
He did everything. He was
Yeah.
the best player on that Manchester
Look,
United team.
I love Rooney.
One of them,
He's
sorry.
just look. Rooney's one of those players who was really good for very long. I just think his peak never reached the points of Salah or
You're
Lampard or
ridiculous.
KDB.
This is a ridiculous argument. Max, this is a guy who did everything. He came into the league at 16 years old, scoring goals against Arsenal.
How did he not even break the Premier League record coming starting the league at 16, retiring at 33?
In my opinion, he looks like
he fell off a cliff
no,
hard
no, no.
into 30.
Well, first of all,
He-
near,
he
near
had
the
a-
end of his career, he didn't get that many goals.
Yeah, he had a few too many appetizers, and
Well, I think he became more of a
Max, you had him the lowest on your list.
I think he kind of turned into a bit more of a poacher near the end of his career, where Man United weren't that good at feeding the ball, and then he went to Derby and stuff. And
I could see why Rooney.
Everton.
I know I put Salah above Rooney. I'd concede the fact that I could put him higher. I could even put him above Scholes at 5th. I can't put him any higher though.
I mean, Wayne Rooney. He is Mr. Premier League.
Look, I
d-
agree.
he's England. He's bringing relief.
Come on,
He's good. He's good. Look, he's just
best English player of all
yeah,
time.
and didn't do anything for. No, he's not the best.
Yes,
English.
he is. He is
No.
the best English player of all time.
No, there's only one English player who's won a World Cup.
England's top goal scorer ever.
England's top. Yeah, okay. Well, there's not much competition. there.
Manchester United's
England-
top goal scorer ever.
England just isn't a great international club.
That's also true.
Well, what's the highest he placed in the World Cup? Probably like 4th.
It doesn't matter. You cannot blame him
I'm-
with the team he had.
He-
And I'm just gonna tell you something right now. This Wayne Rooney,
Is Beckham in no one's list?
he terrified every defender. He's a big boy, strong, great dribbler, great passer, great finisher. He was a dog.
Look, I like Rooney. He's on my list. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
He should have been in your top 3.
I
He's no question. He should have been in your top 3. Adriano, you had him 4th,
Yeah,
which is
fourth.
close. It's not bad.
Anyway, I think KDB is a better player.
All right, guys, top 2.
I just don't think. I swear to God, if I hear Henri right now, I'm gonna lose it. Who's the second?
Well, let me just tell you, there is one player that every single person had at this position. Every single player. I'm gonna tell you first. I'll just say who's number 1 right away, okay? And then we'll talk about the number 2.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
at first place, everybody had him at first. He had the most points you could.
Including Max.
Everybody had him at first place.
Henri.
He had the most points you could get, which was 70 points. Thierry Henry.
Yeah. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
the best player
Yeah,
of all
the
time.
crazy part, the best
In the
Premier League
Premier.
player of all time doesn't even make the top 10 La Liga players of all time.
The thing is,
It's crazy how
here's the
absurd it
thing.
is.
Here's
Before
the
we
thing.
talk about Thierry Henry, do you want to talk about who came in second?
It's bullshit. He's not the second best Premier League player of all time.
See,
He's the second best all-time player of all time, but Mr. Sui was a good player in the Premier League, a great player. I know he won the Ballon d'Or.
He was the best player in the
He-
world in
he-
the Premier League.
He was for the one season. That's all he has, okay?
That's all he has.
Haaland had a better season than Ronaldo that year. He
So-
won a treble. I know Ronaldo did too, but Haaland had scored 4 more goals than him in fewer games.
This is Cristiano Ronaldo, a winger.
I know.
winger.
Ronaldo was amazing.
yeah, if I could add actually,
Go ahead.
not even just a winger, but really a wide midfielder when he played at United. Yes, okay, he crept up because he crept up.
I agree. Okay,
he,
let's
he started
He also
in
played
the
on the
midfield
right,
position.
which is not his favorite position. He,
look.
he was playing on the
he
right
was a
lot.
great player,
The
but
best.
his peak was not at United. I'm just going to go over how many goals he scored while he was in the Premier League. First, I know he started young. First season in the Premier League, played 29 goals and scored 4 goals. Played 29 games. Sorry.
How old was he? Sorry.
I know he was young.
How old was he?
Look,
but he played. He played
17?
minutes. He played
No,
minutes.
you know,
he
he's-
didn't start 29 games though.
He was 17, I think.
okay. He played 1,551 minutes.
Max, go ahead.
One.
Tell me the other seasons.
J-
Yeah.
Just give me 1 sec.
1,000 minutes. That's like what 10 games? A bit more than 10 games.
Yeah, come on, Max. He scored 4 goals in 10 games. That's what you're telling
Okay.
me.
No. He scored 4 goals in 29 games on his first
29 games, but how many starts?
Appearances.
Okay, no. Look, let's just look at minutes then. 1,551
A
minutes.
there's
how many
90
games is
minutes
that?
in a
There's 90
game.
minutes in a game. Rounded to 100 because I have
Okay.
extra time.
Okay, let's find out. 1,005 divided by 90.
It's just under. It's just over 10.
That's a full 16 starts. And
16 starts,
Okay,
4
so-
goals as a 17, 18-year-old. Not
okay,
bad.
let's keep going. Next season, started
Not
33
great.
games, played 2,500 minutes. You want to take a gander? How many goals he scored?
Tell me.
5.
5. Yeah.
5. By the way, he's yet to score a Champions League
How many
game.
assists?
Okay. I don't know. This is just
Yeah,
goes.
of course.
As an 18-year-old now.
Maybe he had a few assists in there as well.
Was he- how old was he when he came to the
I-
Premier League?
I'm
17.
17, yeah.
And then on the thing, pretty sure on the second year
Okay.
is when
And
his
this is
father.
also Cristiano Ronaldo.
And this is
second
also
year.
when his father just died.
Okay, woohoo. Okay, Michael Jordan won a championship when his father died. Okay, this is the kind of caliber.
And did Ronaldo not win the Premier League? Sorry.
Let's keep going. Next season. Okay, this is now you're getting into 2 seasons off of his like Ballon d'Or season. He's getting up there. 34 games, 2,700 minutes. This is starting every game. 17 goals. It's a good season. Look, it's 17 goals. It's not even cracking 20.
No, but I think you're misunderstanding. The top.
Oh, this is before his Ballon d'Or season, by the way. This is and then he okay. After that,
17 goals, by the way, as a winger.
Okay, next season-
No, 17 goals as
Okay,
a winger.
okay,
If
so we're
Saka
talking
scoring
about-
that, you're saying he's the best player in
Salah
the
scored 32 as a winger. What's your point?
Okay, when Salah scores 18 goals in a season, you praise him. He only had one season where he scored 34 goals.
But the
Salah.
thing is,
32.
32.
Yeah, I know,
One
but he
season.
scored 20 plus goals many more seasons. Okay, let's go. Now his Ballon d'Or winning season. Amazing season. I will not take it away. 31 goals in 34 games. Tied the Premier League record at the time. Amazing season. And then he left to La Liga.
amazing, but you
And then he left.
But
So
I
you're
don't
talking
think-
about mediocre season, all right, pretty good season.
What do you mean pretty good season?
No,
He
no,
scored
no.
17 goals as a winger.
Okay, good season.
A great season as
Okay,
a winger.
Fine. Okay, mediocre season, great season, amazing season. That's 4 seasons to count for. And then he left. And then he left to become the greatest player in the world later.
But then
Later.
He
once-
was the
but then-
greatest player in the world when he won the
Yes.
Ballon d'Or.
Okay, and Thierry Henry was snubbed of a Ballon d'Or
And
as
that's
well.
why Thierry Henry is number 1, not
If-
number 2,
if-
not number 3.
If Messi hadn't won so if Haaland would have won the Ballon d'Or, as we probably
There's
he
a
probably-
difference between Cristiano Ronaldo and Erling Haaland.
But would you have had a Haaland in the top 10
What do you mean?
if he had won the Ballon d'Or last season?
No,
No.
not for me.
So what
But
is
it-
this about?
because
is it
it's
about
not-
the peak or is it about longevity?
It's about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, but
it's
th-
about
if
him
Cristiano
being able to
Ronaldo
dribble,
gets-
being able to pass,
if-
being able to run. He was so fast.
he
Do you
gets-
remember Cristiano Ronaldo running
Yes,
down the
I
wing
agree.
with his step
He's
overs?
amazing.
He's amazing.
He
The best
was
player.
amazing, but then he left, and that's when he became truly great. If Ronaldo died after winning that Ballon d'Or, he's not your number 2 Premier
we'd
League
be
player of all
talking to
time.
we'd be talking about him like he was R9.
No, he would not.
Yeah, we would.
Wait,
Stop.
where do you have him?
I had him 8th.
Eighth.
Okay, that's where he deserves.
Everybody else had him second, by the way.
That's
I
so
don't.
disrespectful.
He's nowhere near anywhere near my. He's only made the top 10 because he had what I think is probably the best Premier League season of all time,
Oh, sorry.
and that matters a lot to me. But apart from that, He's nowhere near any top goal scoring records. He barely scored in the Champions League for United. I'm telling you, when he left to go to Real, he was amazing. I'm not going to take it about. I'm telling you right now, I think Ronaldo is the second best player to ever live.
I disagree with that, but
Okay? And even with that statement, I don't think he's a top 2 Premier League player of all time. Top 5. Premier League. We're just talking Premier League. Because here's the thing. You think Ronaldo, you think you think Champions Leagues, you think all of this. That's not the Ronaldo that you're talking about right now. You're talking about Real Madrid CR7 is what you're talking about.
But Max, I will say, even though it doesn't feel like it was so long ago, and even though it's hard to justify, or not justify, but when Ronaldo left, he left the Premier League at the perfect time because the Premier League started to get objectively bad.
I get it.
In Europe,
but he left. He had,
that's fine. He left.
he had 2 good seasons.
That's you know what? If that's how you want to see it, that's fine.
But you can't just say that. Did Suarez not have the best season?
Honestly, I think Suarez, yes, but for the same reason, I think Suarez, he left. He played his best years.
But you know
in
why?
La Liga.
But you know why Suarez didn't win the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, because
Because Ronaldo and Messi were playing.
okay, yes,
The-
I agree.
the-
But
these are
Ronaldo and
different-
Messi were playing in La Liga. Okay,
I understand, but that's what was the most competitive soccer at the time.
I agree, and that's when Ronaldo played his best soccer.
But
You-
but I'm telling you,
thinking about the aura.
objectively, who is a better player, Cristiano Ronaldo at 25 years old, 24, 25 years
Sure,
old
I
at
agree.
that Manchester United
agree,
team?
I agree.
Or Kevin De Bruyne now, who is
Yeah.
objectively better?
I agree. It's Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. This is why it
I'm
matters.
not. There's two
because
things,
there's
there's
more
two
than
things
just stats.
There's 2 things you have to consider, and it's peak and it's what you accomplished.
And in
his-
winning the Premier League every single year, you were there. Or no, what was it? 3 out of 4 times.
Okay, I get it, but he was there for 4 seasons, guys. You can't tell me a guy who was with the club.
He won the Champions League as well.
Yeah, I know, but
I agree,
listen,
and so did Kevin De Bruyne.
he won the
He won-
Champions League. He won the champion. He was in 2 finals and he won 1 and lost 1. He was also. I know we don't like to
played
talk
4.
about.
You can't put a guy in number 2 who played 4 seasons, guys.
Okay, but
And
how
then,
about-
okay? And then are we going to consider his later years with United at all into this? Because he was
Yeah,
That helps him.
That actually helps him because at 37 years old with 18 goals, he was second place.
18 goals came to the Premier League. 37.
And in that season, that 17 goals that you don't see so impressing, 18 goals that season was second place.
Look,
Was
I get
key
it.
in the Champions League. Without him, they would not have been anywhere near the group stage.
well. Look, he's a great player.
And I also
The
just want to
best
say,
Premier League player of all time, other than Thierry Henry.
He's not. He's just not.
I also believe that when
'Cause
he
you-
was younger, he played a different role for the club he played for.
Mm-hmm.
He even though they'll say he was the key man, he sacrificed his position in his playing style
Sure.
for the team.
He sacrificed it, so he's not the top. He sacrificed himself.
No, because he probably could have played better, but once he was given the role in Real Madrid, he played to the likes of what,
Okay,
how,
but you
what
can't.
he
You,
is.
that's just a hypothetical here because he didn't.
It is a
You have
hypothetical.
to go through what he actually accomplished, and he had 1 good season with United after being complete crap the
but
following season.
You said he had 1 good season with
Okay,
United.
1 amazing season and 2 good seasons. If we're counting, yes, you're right. He had a decent season when he came back. I mean, he wasn't anything flashy. Let's be honest. It was probably 7 penalties in that 10 goals, 17 goals, and then a couple more tap-ins, and then maybe
Well,
1
he
good
scored-
goal. I'm
he
just
scored
saying.
2 hat tricks.
He scored one of the best hat tricks you'll ever see versus Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay,
One of the best hat tricks you might ever see of all time. Too.
I get
all
it.
time.
He's a good player. I'm not going to take that away from him. He's just when we're just talking Premier League, he's not that high up.
Do you think he's top 10?
Yeah, I put him 8.
Then let me tell you. Let's ask why. Let's ask. Look into the camera right now for a second, please. Tima, tell me why Cristiano Ronaldo is not in your top 10.
Holy
He's
cow!
not in-
please.
he's
Are
not
you
in Tima's
serious?
top 10
He's
at
not
all.
in
Tima.
Tima's top 10.
Thank you, Tima. Thank you.
Tima.
You understand,
Wait
Tima.
up.
You just told me that he should be in the top
Yeah,
10.
but he's 8th. I understand why you'd put him out.
But
Like I said,
doesn't
I could,
Tima have like Vidic at 5th?
I'll tell you who Tima had ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Come on.
Tima had Rooney at 9th.
Rooney at 9th?
Tima had Van Dijk at 10th. Kane at 8th. He had Kane over Cristiano Ronaldo.
He had Petr Cech at 7th?
Yeah.
look, I don't rate Cristiano
Yeah,
that highly in
he
the
had-
Premier League.
He had John Terry at 6th. He had Lampard, Gerrard, KDB, Shearer. These are all good players, but I don't know how you don't put Cristiano
Anyway,
Ronaldo top.
well, we could agree to disagree on Ronaldo. That's not a big deal. First of all, and I always want to make this clear, when we talk about players of all time, regardless of players who've played in the Prem, but of their all-time performance, Thierry Henry is not even. I don't even know if he's in the top 10.
What are you talking- no.
Because Ronaldo
No,
is
no.
clear the first place of all time.
Okay, but we're talking Premier League right now, and in the Premier League, there's no discussion. This is
I'm
why
just
every
saying.
single person,
I'm just saying.
7 out of 7, put him number 1. Thierry Henry,
I know. I put
the
Thierry
best
Henry,
Premier
the
League
same
player,
player
of all
who
time.
got the same amount of player of the months as post goals. I understand. This is why it was
Active
important to
player
be
of the month.
notable of this.
But what about man of the matches? Who you ever think of that one?
Who cares?
I don't know. Anyway, I think we've this list has reached its conclusion. Okay?
No, well, let's talk about Thierry Henry for a second.
I just want to say
He's number
Thierry
one
Henry.
on our
I
list.
just want to say
There's
compared to Ronaldo. I just want to say compared to Ronaldo, it's uncomparable in the Premier League. I get it. In the Premier League, it's uncomparable. But they did both have 2 player of the seasons each. They both Ronaldo won more championships, but whatever, we won't
How
count
many?
it.
He has 4?
3.
3?
3 and
Henry had 3 as well.
No, he had 2.
3.
Thierry Henry had 2.
Was it 2?
It's 2.
I mean, you want me to
It's
check
2. It's
check
2.
this?
Unless the Premier League official website is wrong. Unless it's wrong, right? Unless it's
We
wrong.
can't put that in there. If I don't know that as an Arsenal fan,
Yeah,
that's
you
kinda
don't know
embarrassing.
that as an Arsenal fan. That's the difference between
That's
you
crazy.
and regular Arsenal fans. You don't know that. He just wears the jerseys. He doesn't even wear the home and away jerseys. He wears the fucking third, fancy jerseys.
Is that a away jersey, please? Thank you.
Yeah, and they didn't wear it once because guess what?
No, I'm actually,
no, Thierry Henry has.
2.
Oh wait, that's the Champions League. Not with
Premier League
Arsenal.
championships. He had 2. He also had 4 player of the months. He did have 4 golden boots
yeah.
though.
Yeah, so he won 01, 02, 03, 04.
Yeah, he had 4 golden boots, which is ridiculous. I think that's the most. Might be the most in the Premier League. And he had 5.
it is the most in the Premier League.
Yeah, and he had 5 seasons with 20 plus goals.
Yeah, he's a great player. Look,
Most. Not only that. Let's talk about him having the most assists in a single season.
tied
I
with
mean,
De Bruyne.
that's not.
Tied with
That
De Bruyne.
has no value.
20 assists in one season.
No, it's great.
20 assists.
Fine.
Look, I agree.
20 assists.
I
I
mean,
agree.
guess.
I mean, obviously,
175 goals for Arsenal.
I'm
obviously-
sure.
in the
I'm
Premier
sure
League.
the
Obviously-
players in La Liga were, and the later years were having the same amount of assists and goals.
Okay, but I'm talking the Premier League. All right, I
Isn't it
get.
crazy that the best player in the Premier League history doesn't make a top 10 La Liga team?
He does make a top 10.
I don't
no, he
think-
doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
He didn't even
I
play
mean-
that well in La Liga anyway.
Well,
No, but I don't think he makes the top 10.
I'll
of
tell
all
you the.
time.
I'll tell you the top
doesn't
10 La
make
Liga.
top 10 of
I'll
all
tell you
time.
the top 10 La Liga team next time when we do the top 10 La Liga players of all time.
Okay,
But for now, boys and girls.
No, before we wrap this up, we're gonna end it with a little fun segment I've prepared for everyone. Okay,
Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
Are we
okay.
are we wrapping this up? I thought we had a bit more in store.
we're doing TikTok shorts and reels. We're just gonna do a few quick games.
Yes, let's do this.
Let's lighten the mood here. We've been arguing for a while. We're gonna play a little game called "Is It a Hero or an Icon?"
Okay, so
We're starting with my boy Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale, 100% icon.
hero.
Hero,
He's a hero.
4-time Champions League winner.
He's a hero.
Guy
Scored in
scored,
2 finals.
scored in 2
Legendary,
bicycle kick.
legendary player.
Best final goal of all time.
Legendary player, not of all time.
Can we actually just take a second to admire? I don't know if you can see the icon card.
I can't see your icon card, but it definitely looks cool. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I like it.
I made these myself, by the way.
Yeah, it's not that hard on Footbin.
Yeah, no, but like I had to crop out the photos.
No,
the
I'm just
stats,
ki- I'm
stats
teasing
are
you.
all accurate.
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you.
Play style, I think, is accurate as well. I think it suits him.
I'm teasing you.
Anyway, little FIFA fans
I
out
think
there.
I think and obviously this is opinion based, but this is a how do you say topic? This is a situation made up by FC25,
Yeah.
and based off of the players that they have in their hero or icon,
Hmm.
he's a hero. He's a hero.
He's not a hero.
I put him
He's a
icon.
hero.
I
He's
think
an icon.
He's a hero.
He has the best Champions League final goal of all time. He scored
I know, but
he
that-
scored a bicycle from basically outside the box against Liverpool.
He has a incredibly
a
notable.
bicycle.
He has incredibly notable moments against Liverpool, against Karius, but he has incredibly notable.
Bicycle.
He has incredibly notable moments.
The best Copa del Rey final goal of
Hey,
all time.
listen,
No, second.
No.
Recently,
Messi has that.
recently, no, it's the first.
No,
it's the
it's- no,
first.
Messi-
It's the first.
I mean, Messi.
I mean, when you from half line, it's the first.
No, Messi's is also from half line.
and
Yeah,
Messi beat
but,
like 7 players,
yeah,
not
he-
one.
Yeah, that team though.
He's
That
Renner
team though.
and Danny Alves,
That
that's
team
all.
though. Did they get relegated? Relegated?
Relegated.
Did they get relegated?
Relegated.
I think they got relegated. Anyway, you could hear Ancelotti harping on Gareth Bale. Actually, I think in an interview from today, saying that he's legendary. He's known as a legend at the club.
There you go.
And
Okay, there we
Legend.
go.
Legend,
So,
icon.
no, but that's He's a hero for me.
Okay, well, let's move on. Who's next, boys? Icon or hero?
So tough.
Kun Aguero.
It's honestly so tough.
This is a tougher one.
Oh, do you think I would make it easy on you boys? Come on. Who do we got?
I mean, if Sebastian Veron gets a icon card in Argentinian
Look how
players.
slick they look, though.
Argentinian players get so much more
All right.
love
All
for no
right.
reason.
Okay.
He'd probably be an icon. I think he is definitely an iconic player.
I think he's an icon. I mean, you got to be an icon if you have the most iconic moment of all sports.
I think, honestly,
He has the most iconic moment of all sports.
Not of all sports.
I do think so.
No. It's because you watch a lot of Premier League.
38 game season was done with his kick of the boot.
Okay, but you just said
In
that
the
Gareth
last
Bale. You
minute.
just said that Gareth Bale did an outside the box bicycle kick in the Champions League final. Are you crazy?
Yeah, but this is better. This
no,
I'm gonna
it's
be
not.
honest.
this is a whole
It's
season
not better.
won by one kick of the boot in the last minute of the season.
They could have finished second place. They'd have been fine.
I get it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put him at hero.
Icon.
He's an
I'm
icon.
gonna
What do you
say that.
guys think?
He's an icon.
I think I'm gonna put hero at this one. I
That
think
was cringe.
he doesn't have a Champions League. He was bang average internationally. I just don't think he's got the repertoire some of the icons in the game have.
He doesn't have a Champions League because he's not on a Champions League team.
Okay, well, it was
He
a
also
good-
missed out on being on the best Argentinian team of all time.
he doesn't make it
He's
over.
definitely not
Martinez.
the best Argentinian
He
team.
doesn't
of
make-
all time.
He missed out. He could have
You
had
mean
a
in like
world.
1976? Yeah.
I mean, right now.
that was not the best Argentinian.
I mean,
team
this
of
is the best international.
all right,
team
next,
of all
next,
time.
please,
Okay,
next,
let's
one,
go
next,
on.
next.
We got 2 votes icon,
Please, next.
1 vote hero. Oh,
Oh, this is so tough, man.
it's not. It's an icon, boys.
It's so tough.
I think he's an icon, bro.
I think it's an
Thank
icon,
you,
but
thank you. I think he's an icon.
no, it's not. Thank you. It's thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
I even made him a 90 icon. That's how
Nah,
much I rated
he's
him.
an icon. He's an icon. But it's just anyway. Go
I
ahead.
think
Next,
it's unanimous.
next,
icon.
next.
I think we agree. Icon. Next up, icon or hero?
Hero. Definitely hero.
Yeah, he's probably a high-rated hero.
I mean, like he went to Real Madrid for 100 million and
I
did
think
nothing.
I think he's the 3rd best dribbler of our generation.
I think if he were
Wrong.
to get a hero card, he'd get higher than 88.
It goes Messi, Neymar, Hazard in terms of dribblers, pure dribblers. I don't think you can.
It could, yeah, you could be right about that. Yeah.
I,
If Sanchez didn't look like a robot when he dribbled, Sanchez dribbles well as well.
I mean, I hope I can see him in this list.
can someone compliment me on how sexy these cards
Okay,
are?
we get it. They're nice cards. All right, I'm going to hero 100%. You know, for his country, golden generation, Belgium,
I agree.
nothing.
I'm gonna go hero as well. Hero.
Yeah, hero.
Hero.
Okay.
Definitely would probably be the highest rated hero though. If he
I
came
mean, I
out.
put him at an 88 hero.
I think they boosted him now.
Who's next?
Alexis Sanchez, the best Premier League player of the 2010s.
Yeah, definitely not. He doesn't get. He's a mid-rated hero.
No,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Just I put him at a. By the way, hero on the Arsenal shirt.
Yeah,
Icon-
yeah. You did.
icon-
I noticed. You
Icon
on the Man United shirt.
no, not Man
Chile.
United. The Chile shirt.
And the
thank-
Chile shirt.
thank you.
Yeah, no. You know, I have an affinity for Sanchez. I like him. Like I do like him, even though some people make me want to hate him. Like people make me want to hate him, and it's just like there's no reason to like him. But I kind of like him. He's a cheeky guy. He speaks zero English, and you know, it's fun. And he's a passionate player. He plays hard for his country. Played hard for Arsenal.
I think hard is an understatement. This guy was relentless. He was.
I mean, he was the best player on Arsenal, and he was chasing every single ball. This guy is the definition of dog. Not only that, I'm saying icon, not only because he's my favorite player of all time. I love this guy with all my heart. I think easily icon because of what he did for Chile. Back-to-back Copa America finals and wins against the best player of all time,
Yeah,
Lionel
an
Messi.
underperforming best player of all time. Next,
No.
He's a hero.
I'm putting in him icon.
Let-
he's a hero.
Is the Chile thing not enough for you to carry a team like Chile to win 2 Copa America finals?
I mean, if we're
Back
just-
to back.
if we're just being transparent,
Is yours gold?
He did.
I'm sure that Centenario Cup was gold. I've never seen a trophy it's so big and beautiful like that.
what do you mean? Is yours gold?
No, the second Copa America, it was the 100th Copa
Oh,
America, so they made
Centenario,
it
yeah.
gold. It was a beautiful trophy.
I agree. And he played against an underperforming.
He was the
group
best player of the tournament in the first one.
Yes, he played against an underperforming group of Argentinians. an underperforming seasonal group of
He played for Chile.
Brazilians.
Chile, by the way.
He played for Chile, and Chile had a lot of great players coming off the bench, energetic players like Vargas.
Yeah,
No, Vargas
but
not coming off the bench. He was
starting.
He was
Uh,
starting.
And Sanchez is the best player on that
And
team.
they had Vidal.
But
I know.
And they had
I get it.
And they had
Valdivia,
Isla.
Bravo, Isla.
And they had Bravo.
It was a great team. I love that team. It's my favorite team ever.
no. Well, before you continue, there's a lot of talk between Hazard, Sanchez. You put Sanchez on that Chelsea team. I think Sanchez does just as good as Hazard, if not better. He was a better goal scorer. He's more tenacious. He tried every game. You heard those stories about Hazard not coming into training or coming in with his laces undone, just kicking the ball around, not
But
moving
that
for his
has nothing
teammates.
to do. The character shouldn't have.
Yes, because this guy is a leader. He's an example of what you should be on the
okay.
pitch.
I agree. I mean, leader.
And I wish he was still on Arsenal because right now, speaking of Arsenal, what player do you think from the past we could use? Alexis Sanchez. Imagine him on the left wing, Saka on the
that
right.
wins you a league right there.
That wins you. That's what we're missing. Alexis Sanchez from 2015. That's what we're missing. Alexis Sanchez, icon.
He's a hero.
Let's keep going. Last one, boys. Oh, that was a.
Wrong click. Oh, Jamie Vardy's having
Hero.
a party.
I think this is the easiest one yet.
Guys, this is
How many Red Bulls deep do you think he is on that hero picture?
He's a lot of Red Bulls deep. But
look how pretty that legend card is. That icon card. Oof, so sexy. I love this.
he's
man.
definitely getting a hero.
On pure Riz alone.
Riz.
On the aura. This man walks into the pitch. Corner flags tremble.
He
with
has
fear.
aura. I'm gonna give him the aura.
He's the most loyal player. Period. Okay. Not even Arsenal can tempt him away. This guy is lives, breathes Leicester City. He was our top goal scorer last season, and he's 38.
in the championship.
Yeah, fair enough. But he stayed with us.
Okay.
This guy's okay.
You
it's
really
a,
think
it's,
he's
it's
an
a hero?
icon?
It's a hero. It's a
He's a
hero.
hero. He's a hero.
Anyway, thank you guys for playing.
What do you guys think in the comments below? Do you think we were right about our picks? Tell us below.
Okay,
Do we have any other games planned?
Yeah.
let's keep going. I love the games.
Do you have one?
I know. I'm just prepared for
Okay. You ready?
the following games.
Yeah.
For this game?
Blind rankings.
Okay.
Everyone?
I have some.
I have a few blind. I think we've all prepared a few blind rankings.
Oh
I pulled-
shit! They're on my phone.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just. It's fine. We've got 3 each over here.
Yeah, we could do.
Blind rankings. So.
Can I go first? I remember mine. That's why.
Okay. Well, look, I've already got mine on my phone here. I'm gonna start things off.
Okay. Can you introduce the game? We're gonna cut this part. So just introduce
Okay, guys, we are doing blind rankings. I'm going to name 5 players. You're not going to know who comes next. You're going to put them in a list 1 through 5.
it. Okay.
You guys ready?
Let's do
Perfect. Riyad Mahrez.
Whose turn is it?
Oh, you both of you just decide. Like, where do you?
No. Let's go one by one.
No. Talk amongst each other.
No, I'll go fourth.
No. You guys have to agree on a pick. Let's go.
Okay.
4.
4?
Yeah.
I'm going 5. I think he's gonna.
Okay.
5.
5.
Riyad Mahrez at 5. Marcus Rashford.
Fuck.
There you go. You see?
4.
Already, you've screwed it.
Yeah, 4.
4. Okay. Bakayo Saka.
2.
3.
No,
3.
two.
3.
He's gonna get some bull
Oh my
shit,
God.
bro.
Who do we got? 2 or 3?
2.
2.
What do you think? No, I'll give you this one because I.
2. Go 2.
Okay, 2.
2. Mohamed Salah.
1. He's gonna put Messi there.
1.
1.
Gareth Bale is your number
You
3.
see, look what you've done.
3.
Look what you've done.
So
Not the best list. You put Mahrez, then Rashford, then Bale, then Saka, then Salah.
Well, I'm gonna say Saka has the potential to be.
Oh my
He's got
God.
potential.
Next game. Next list, please.
Let's
next
go
list.
again.
You always shut me down. When
No,
I'm talking
because I
about
don't need
Saka.
to hear this. This is ridiculous.
I mean, if he wins the Premier League,
Gareth Bale, Mohamed Salah.
Blind rank the following players without knowing who comes next.
Okay.
Madison.
5. What do you think? You go.
What is the caliber
We'll
of the
do
list?
5. We'll do 5.
5.
5. Cole Palmer.
3.
4.
4.
4.
4.
Eze.
You see, you fucked it. 3.
Kevin De Bruyne.
1.
2.
2. Okay, 2.
No.
Oh, go on.
No. Mason Mount.
1. Fuck.
No, we did KDB 1 and Mount 2.
Okay, so your list right now is Madison, Cole Palmer, Eze, Mount, and De Bruyne.
I mean, if we do Mount.
Guys, you gotta leave
was
some room
pretty-
here. You can't start 5. I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, let's see
I
if you
can't
guys
start 5.
let's see if you guys have learned your lesson. We're going again.
Okay. Let's go one at a time.
And obviously, there's a theme here. Okay, I'm not just throwing in Messi at the bottom of my list. Those are all center attacking mids from the
Okay.
Premier League.
Go.
Okay. Next up, rank these 5 players without knowing who comes next. William Saliba.
Yeah, brother. 4.
2. I let's do our separate list.
Virgil van Dijk.
2. This
3.
guy.
3. Okay.
You put him 3?
Yeah, I put Saliba.
Okay, I'll put 2 anyway.
Sergio Ramos.
1.
John Terry.
4.
And lastly, Maldini. I swear to God.
Wow.
Ah, that got me.
Get screwed, guys.
That one got me.
I mean, I kind of agree with my list. Guys.
No, you don't. You don't know anything.
So we have
then. You
Saliba
don't
at
know
2,
anything.
Maldini at 5. Sorry, guys. I made that one hard. I'll be honest. That was a little bit of
No,
a...
it's okay.
It was a little
I mean,
curveball
to
for you.
say that you kind of agree with your list, is,
it's just
you're
ridiculous.
redonkulous. You don't know anything.
Saliba's good.
You just don't think
Saliba's
highly of
good.
Maldini. That's what it is.
No, I like Maldini.
Okay. You guys...
Maldini's 1 on that list, by the way.
No, Ramos.
Alexa,
No, he's not.
take us away.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay. Alexis Sanchez.
Hmm.
Agree with
4.
No, let's put him a little high. Let's put him at 3.
Okay, 3.
this. R9.
Oof, that's got to be 1.
2.
Do you think he's going to throw in a higher one?
2.
Okay, let's go 2.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
1.
1.
Lionel Messi.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 5.
4.
5.
It's got to be
5.
4.
5.
No, there's no one better. Messi's the best player of all time. He's got to be the highest we can put him.
5.
4. Thank you.
Bukayo Saka.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is there a 6th?
All right,
Okay, we screwed that up big time. You can't start Sanchez and then
No,
go to
we didn't
Messi.
really screw it up. But
Yeah, no, we screwed up.
Yeah,
Okay,
screwed up.
Sanchez is not better than Messi. God, we're
You
awful
don't
at
put-
this.
I would have put R9 3rd.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I would have. But Messi first, CR7.
No, but I would have started with R9 3rd. Like I would. There was no
Oh,
question.
okay. Anyway, let's. We'll
Go ahead, Adriano.
Oh, you have a list ready?
I
Okay.
got a couple lists. You don't have a list ready? You done?
It's on my phone, so
Okay,
I
no
forget
problem.
mine.
We have Peter Schmeichel.
Oh, it's a goalkeeper list. Okay.
Are we agreeing with this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think 2 is a good place to start. I don't think there's
No.
many goalkeepers
No,
that
I
are better.
think, is it a goalkeeper list or is it a bunch of players?
I don't know if I can.
Okay, let's go
disclose
3. Let's go 3 because I think that realistically, check.
4.
No, I'm going 3.
I don't think this is a goalkeeper list.
I think it is a goalkeeper list. Let's go 3.
3.
Iker Casillas.
Ah,
Goalkeeper list. 1.
no, 2.
1.
I think Manuel Neuer is better.
Well, what if he's not on the list?
I think I'm gonna count Manuel Neuer on
I
being
think
on this
Iker
list.
Casillas is better.
I don't. Come on. I think Neuer is the best keeper of all time. I'm putting him at 2.
Okay.
2.
Neuer 2.
No,
No,
no.
Casillas 2.
Buffon.
4.
4. I agree with that.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
well,
on 1.
He's not 1. He's not better than Casillas or Schmeichel.
He is better than Schmeichel. Don't even.
You don't think he's better than Casillas? A lot of people do.
He's not.
I don't.
Casillas believes.
Okay,
he's
maybe
better
we
than
should have put
himself.
Schmeichel further
Casillas-
back.
Casillas believes Buffon's better.
He's just
than him.
humble.
No, he's not.
How many
humble.
Okay.
Champions League does Buffon have?
It's not always about the Champions League. How many World Cups does Casillas
1.
have? The
It's
same amount.
amount.
Same amount.
It's fair.
Keep going. Go on.
I gotta think about how I'm gonna say
Which-
this one.
Compared to who? Oh, Iker. I thought Schmeichel.
So you guys currently have Casillas in second,
Schmeichel 3rd.
Schmeichel third, Buffon fourth.
4th.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're missing 1 and 5.
In the fifth spot,
Well, I mean, we'll decide that, but go on. Come on, just stay a player.
Victor Valdez.
Oh, 5.
5.
You guys got Manuel Neuer.
1.
There we go.
That's the
Let's
perfect
go.
list.
I think it's close. I think
Schmeichel
Buffon-
and Buffon.
Schmeichel and Buffon, I agree, but
Buffon is way higher than.
we did a good job there. What's next?
Okay, I have another list here.
By the way, we're blind ranking without knowing who comes next.
Frank Lampard.
Ooh, I think this is gonna be a
Solid 4. 4.
I think I put him. Let's put a 3. It's always
No.
good. It's always fine. 4.
4.
4. Frank Lampard 4.
I mean, it could get better. Let's see.
N'Golo Kante
I think that's
5.
got to be 5. Yeah. you're right.
5.
Oh, it's Anthony, isn't it?
Paul Scholes.
Oh shit. 3.
God, you sh-
It's okay. it's
3.
fine.
3.
Wow. Kevin De Bruyne.
Yes. Let's go. Put him at the 2, baby.
2.
Where he belongs, by the way.
And the number 1 spot goes to the Brazilian sensation Fred.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh
Stop.
no, you can't do it like that,
Fred,
bro.
baby.
Wait, which Fred are we talking about here?
Man United Fred.
Man United Fred.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Fred.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
He's your first spot. He's better than KDB, Frank, Paul,
We
Fred.
had to expect some
Yeah,
Man
we
United
did.
troll, bro.
anyway, let's go to the last one. Blind ranking without knowing who comes next.
One more to go. Neymar.
Oh, Neymar's so good. I think he's
The
Brazilian.
way you whispered that
He's
in
so
my
good.
ear.
He's so good, though. I love Neymar.
Neymar, I think he's the third best of all in this generation. If it's just go 3.
Let's go 3.
Okay, 3. Neymar. We have
I think we should put him at 2. Anyway.
Garnacho,
5.
Get him out of here. Oh my God, this Neymar is looking bad.
Sergio Aguero,
4.
Oh, I think we got this. Don't tell me.
R9,
Oh, 1.
Oh, but maybe this Messi.
No, we can't go wrong with 1 for R9.
Okay, R9 1.
Well, I guess second place goes to Anthony.
No,
I knew it, bro. What did I say? I knew Anthony was coming, bro.
Oh my God, Anthony.
Garnacho and Anthony in our fucking top 5, eh?
Okay.
I don't have anything written down. I could probably think of more if you want.
Okay, no, we're good.
I have a game.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Category, no?
No. We're gonna
No.
play a game. It's how many can you name?
Oh yeah,
All right.
category.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by
It's a different
Categories.
game.
No, well, you name a category. How many can
categories.
you name? That's what we were talking about, no?
No.
You told us to come up with some categories.
No. Categories is for example, Spanish players. I say one, you say one, you
okay,
keep
got
going.
it, got it. I thought
How many can you name? This is how it works. I'm going to ask my friend how many, for example, Premier League players can he name? He tells me 4. I think he can. I'll say 5. He'll say 6, 7. I'll keep going until I think he cannot name that amount of players, or he can call me out as well. If I call him out and he names all the players, he names the amount of players he said he could, then I lose.
And obviously there should
I
be
thought,
a
isn't
timer,
it between
right?
him and I? We'll just do it.
Well, there's all 3 of us.
Well, you didn't come
You-
up with any categories.
No, I did. I thought, I thought you named the category and then it's you two, or is it me and him?
No, it's you. It's you. Too.
Okay, okay.
You name
What's the category?
All right. First
But
category.
There's no. It's not timed. It's just hit it.
You have to do it right away. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I know,
30
but-
seconds.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll
How many
I'll
can you
put on
name?
my timer.
How many can you name? Okay, let me restart.
think we
Let me
should do-
restart the intro, okay?
No. It's good. You're good. You don't need to restart everything. You don't need
Just
to be
very
nervous.
briefly, I'll introduce the game. We're gonna name a category. You're gonna see how many can you name. If you don't think they can name it, you call cap, and they have 30 seconds to name that many players or whatever category this is. Go on. What's the category?
But I think for every 10 more you go, you add another 30 seconds.
No. No, that's
well,
the whole
you
point.
literally can't speak.
Well, that's the point. You don't go higher than what you can say in
Okay.
30 seconds.
All right. Can I have the timer, please?
I know. I got it. Just say your category. I'll hit it.
How many? No. Give me the timer. I wanna do it.
Yeah, because he's a cheater. We're looking at the number 1 cheater here.
All right. First category of the game. How many Premier League players currently can you name? Current Premier League players. Go ahead, Max.
Current playing players. 15.
Can you do any
In
more?
30 seconds?
Yeah, in 30 seconds.
You can name more or no?
No, I'll let him do 15 in 30
I
seconds.
mean, he can do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Vardy, Justin, VVD, Gomez, Konate, Saliba, Gabriel, Ramsdale, Raya, Cole Palmer, Salah, KDB, Holland.
You already said KDB.
Okay, Holland, Doku, Bob, Bernardo Silva.
I'm done. 15.
There we go with 12 seconds left.
I just thought it was a bit steep.
Well, there you go.
Maybe I could have done
Take a point.
Go ahead. That's 1 point for Max.
Okay, I'm
it.
gonna name.
Woo.
I'm gonna name.
0 for Adriano.
I'm gonna name a category.
All right.
The category is Premier League managers.
2,
4,
5,
6.
cap. Go. Start it.
Okay,
It's current or
Yeah, current.
current Premier League managers. Yep.
Go. Start it. Hurry up.
And go.
Pep Guardiola. Ten Hag. What's the guy's name for Liverpool there? Then you Ernie Slot. Unai.
2 more.
She's Since tough. As I said United, I said who's Chelsea's? Mauricio? Oh no, it's the freaking I forget his last name. Leicester guy. I guess I've already failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You
Ange.
missed Arteta.
Ange and
Oh,
Arteta.
Arteta.
And Ange.
Ange Postecoglou.
Postecoglou.
Postecoglou. Postecoglou.
Hey, you want to name a category?
So that's a 1 point
off
for
the top of my
Alexei.
head, guys. I'll just be honest with you. I know the managers. I'm more of a fine wine guy. I know the better managers, not these
Alexei,
bad ones of these days.
What happened to your camera? Adri froze.
No, it sometimes it unfreezes, freezes. I noticed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're gonna check why Adri's caught in a smile here. Okay. Let's give it a sec here.
It's actually not connected at all.
Oh yeah, the wire. Sorry, the wire fell. How long have you been frozen like that?
I don't know.
Oh, he's back. There we go. Can you wait for the camera?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it freezes sometimes.
Anyway, well, look, we're back. You're a little out of frame there. Maybe scooch it. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Okay, let's keep it up. So what's your category?
No, it's
No,
I'm
I
pretty sure it freezes.
I would have
noticed
noticed.
it
I
was
would have.
frozen once
Anyway,
before.
let's move on. Worst case scenario,
Worst case scenario, there's nothing.
we'll animate him. Well, CGI can't always solve everything. Anyway,
Okay, so but who am I directing this to?
us two. Just
Okay, so you guys are gonna fight it.
yeah, we're gonna fight it out to the death. What's
Okay,
the
mine
cat-
are hard.
Okay, go for it.
Left-footed players.
All leagues.
All of them.
All leagues. Okay.
3,
I can go 4,
5,
6,
7,
8.
9.
Cap.
Okay, ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Salah, Messi, Saka,
Mm-hmm.
Cole Palmer,
I can't fact check these.
No, these are all left-footed.
how many do I have to name?
You have 5 left in 15 seconds.
Julian Alvarez? I don't know.
No. He's
Lukaku.
No, he's right-footed.
I think Lukaku might be left-footed.
I
I
give
think
up.
he's
I give up.
right-footed.
I give up. You
Okay.
win. 1 point for you. Damn it, God damn it.
Gareth Bale, Ian Robin.
It's
Just name
under-
right wingers.
Maradona, Cruyff.
Under the pressure, it's different, Max. Don't you
Yeah,
get
Just
it?
name right wingers. Mahrez, like all these right
I
wingers.
should have. I should have. I messed up. All right. I got one for you guys. How many
Hmm.
Spanish players can you name in 30 seconds?
L time?
Yep.
How do I restart this?
Give it to me.
Okay, whatever. Here you go.
I could probably do 5.
I mean, I can do 10,
12,
13,
16.
Oh.
17.
Go ahead.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Iker Casillas, Ramos, Piqué, Puyol, Iniesta, Xavi. You have David Villa. Sorry. You have Alba, Busquets, Valdez. You have Rodrigo as well. Nico Williams. His
You're done. You're missing one.
brother Williams.
You're missing one.
It's one off.
Yeah.
No way.
15.
The timer went off?
Yeah.
Nice try, nice try.
God damn.
Go ahead, Max.
Okay, my category is right backs.
6,
7, yeah.
8. Come on. I need a number. Yes or no? Let's go.
Let's see 8.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab my my little stopwatch here. Can you name 8 right backs?
Go. Start.
Oh, stop.
Ben White. Tomiyasu. Carvajal. Dani Alves. Bellerin. Walker. Trippier. Reece James.
There we go. Ding,
There
ding,
we go.
ding. With 15 seconds
Thank
to
you very
spare.
much.
Nice one, nice one.
Okay. You have a topic?
He has his turn.
Oh, right. Go ahead. A little closer to the mic.
Midfielders who played for Liverpool.
What's stuff?
7.
Cap.
Right off the bat.
I can't name 8. I'm sorry. Go.
Henderson. Wijnaldum. Gerrard. Endo. Szoboszlai. Alexis McAllister. Emre Can. There we go. Ha ha ha. The king of football has arrived.
Okay, you got a category?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no Ginger that was a king.
Ready?
Yep.
How many teams can you name in La Liga in 30 seconds?
Oof. La Liga teams. Give me 6.
Well, it maxes out at 20, right?
Give me 6.
I could do 7.
It doesn't max out at 20, by the way. All La Liga, all teams have been in La Liga.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this season.
Okay, you're not gonna hit 20 regardless. Okay, so let's
Six.
cut it out right there. No. He said you said 7.
I said 7. 6.
7.
7, yeah.
Go for it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, Mallorca, Girona, Levante.
Done. Easy. 7. Come on, Max. 7.
Levante isn't even. You're talking current.
I said all.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Well, I mean,
There's still Real
the floodgates
Sociedad,
were
Atletico
open.
Bilbao. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
I
Espanyol.
could have said, I could have went on Eibar,
Anyway, my topic.
Elche.
Can we name all-time Argentine players?
So just any Argentinian player?
Stop playing your mic like a flute, Alexa.
3,
Yeah.
5,
7,
10.
11.
I mean, I could probably, 13 I could probably do.
That's a lot. 14.
Okay, let's see it.
Ready?
Hold on. Let me just pull up the
Because
stopwatch.
14, and
3. You have 14.
might
His
trick.
name.
Yeah.
14.
3, 2, 1, go.
Zabaleta, Martinez, Romero, Garay, Otamendi, Molina, Enzo Fernandez, Paredes, Dybala, Messi, Aguero, Martinez, Maradona, Julian Alvarez.
There we go. Stop.
Thank you very much.
See, the thing is, I would have liked to mention earlier
Yeah.
that you should have put first names because you did Martinez twice. We're gonna assume you chose two
I
different
didn't-
ones.
I
Yeah,
You did.
I did.
It's-
And that just
I
doubles
did.
down the fact that he chose the same one twice.
No, I didn't. I
You
did.
did.
He
No, I went
Zabaleta,
attackers after.
Yeah.
I know,
I
but
went Martinez as a goalie. I was doing the whole starting 11.
and then you did Martinez again.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. He didn't. He was Manti
No,
Emiliano.
I did
You
not.
meant Emiliano Martinez.
No, I
It's
didn't.
fine.
There was
It's fine.
There's 3 of them. You think I meant
There's
Martinez?
way more than 3 Martinez's that have ever
Well,
played
there's
for.
3 of them that I'm thinking of right now. Okay.
Okay, let's hear the first names.
Lisandro Martinez, Emiliano Martinez, and the striker Martinez, who I was thinking of.
Emiliano Martinez, Lautaro Martinez.
Lautaro Martinez.
And the defender.
Martinez.
Okay. Anyway, do you have a topic for us to end things off, or one last one for the
I got
road?
one last topic.
One last one before we call it a night.
Name me left wingers.
6,
7.
8.
9.
10,
11.
12,
13.
14,
15.
16.
Go for it. 3.
This shows who has the best ball knowledge in the game.
3, 2, 1.
Alexis Sanchez, Eden Hazard, Martinelli, Trossard, Neto, Neymar, Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, Sane, Ribery.
You have 6 left.
Shit. Pedro.
You're not making it, dude. You have 5 to go in 5 seconds.
Messi.
I love the speech. I love the speech prior.
No!
I love
Anyway,
the speech
the ball
prior.
knowledge on hand, and we wrap it up with a big L. Okay. Anyway, that's all, boys. That's all we got today. Thank you for tuning in to Off the Bar podcast.
Let's go.
We'll see y'all next time.
Take it easy.
Peace.